BehindTheGloves.com here with the one and only, the Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire. Nonito, we know what's coming up for you and it's a huge thing, but let's talk about what's going on this weekend. Couple days away from it right now. We got Manny Pacquiao, the guy who doesn't seem to age, versus Keith one-time Thurman. And what do you think ultimately will be the determining factor in this fight?
I think, I look at this fight and I think that it's a 50-50 fight because of what has been, how Thurman has looked in the last couple fights, and he wasn't so busy going into the last couple years, a year or two. He hasn't been active as much. Then you have Pacquiao, who's looked good in the last two fights. I think the real factor is whoever imposes in the early on will win the fight. Whoever's out there and who take control of the fight will win the fight. I think.
They're claiming this is a youth versus experience, considering the age of Keith Thurman and everything. But Keith Thurman has been in heavy fights. He has been in there with Sean Porter. He's been in there with Danny Garcia. He's gone through wars with Jesus Soto Carras. He survived body shots against Collazo. Is this really youth versus experience, or is this experience versus experience?
Well, it's one way. I think that he has the experience, but he has the youth. Manny has the experience, and he has more experience. And I think that experience allow his timing. If Thurman goes with speed, I think timing is the key for Pacquiao. Both of them can bang, and I think that's why I kind of look towards Pacquiao, is because Thurman can be hit. If he uses speed and reach, it'll be a different fight.
Now, you stated when it came to Thurman, his inactivity. But again, as we were talking about experience right now with Manny Pacquiao, we've seen, and what Winky Wright said up there, Father Time is undefeated. Can we see Manny Pacquiao turn old overnight?
We've seen it before. We've seen it before with other fighters. They just don't show up. Will Manny have that? I think Manny's one of those special guys that just have that pride, that ability and explosiveness is always going to be with him. I don't think he's going to be the guy that just don't show up. He's always going to go out there, and he's always going to be a person that is willing to mix it up. And I don't think it's going to be one of those moments that he just doesn't show up.
And there's a parallel to your fight that's coming up as well. When it comes to Manny, at the age that he's at, he's still willing to test himself versus the younger fighter. Keith Thurman is one of the top 3 welterweights, not named Manny Pacquiao. There's Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, Keith Thurman, Sean Porter in that mix. So he's in the top 5 of those. What drives a man like that, and yourself also, to continue to fight young, dangerous fighters?
You need to have a reason. It's a big... When you don't have a reason to train, you don't have a reason, and the reason is not good enough, the why is not good enough, then you don't train as hard. But when you fight somebody who gives you that big why and that big reason to train hard, that's what we look for.
Ultimately, for the fans, who do you see coming out victorious this Saturday?
I think Manny. I think it's a 50-50, but I'm gonna go and put it in Manny's. Put my money on Manny on that.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else.